kings from the Queen City.
Yes, sir.
Because we got what it takes to rock the mic right.
For sure.
And this is episode 15. Where we at? Where we at with it?
Man, episode 15. Let's go with it.
So the first voice you hear is none other than Perseus, a.k.a. Pro, a.k.a. Pro Black, a.k.a. Prolific, a.k.a. DJ Mute, a.k.a. Mr. Pepsi Lover, a.k.a.
Yes, sir.
a.k.a. all that shit.
A.k.a. all that shit. A.k.a. all the above.
Word. All the above. You know how we get down.
This way you got Drew, a.k.a. Philly.
Okay.
A.k.a. The Philly Dot.
Okay.
A.k.a. Chef Philly. A.k.a. Philly the Don.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? A.k.a. Mr. Bojankles. That's last week. A.k.a. the 8th Avenger.
No doubt.
The A.k.a. Black Hippie.
Okay.
Yeah. All the
right.
above.
All the above. Mm-hmm. Where we at with
Check
it?
the box.
Check all them boxes off.
Hats of all trades.
You damn right. Better let them know. Your hustle is not in vain. You feel me?
Shit.
Man. Yeah, and shit. Where do we start? So, I know we peeped it. Well, we peeped a little bit of the All-Star weekend when we could.
Yep, that was this past weekend.
Yeah.
Looks like they brought the slam dunk contest back alive. That shit been dead for.
Yeah. For a minute.
Since what's his name? Gordon, Ed Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I haven't been peeping it like that since Blake Griffin.
Nobody has.
Word.
It's kind of like the same dunks. What new can you do unless you just kind of like, it's about showmanship, I think.
Well, and then on top of that, at least the ones I did see within recent time, I flipped the channel quick because there was too many things where they were trying to do too much and end up missing dunks. And it got to the point where, all right, somebody make a fucking dunk at this point.
Man, take like 18 tries and shit.
Yeah.
I think they have a shot clock for the most part. Before they didn't have a shot clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they could try 18,000 times.
Well, see, that's how
Now
long it's been for me.
Yeah.
Since I last peeped it.
I ain't seen it since.
Nah. And
A lot of people
really haven't been checking the All-Star festivities in general. I think the only thing I've really catched in years is like, the celebrity All-Star game, here and there, just to watch,
the funny shit.
Yeah, just for the fun of it.
Yeah, that's just pure entertainment.
Right.
None of them.
None of them.
They got Bieber in there one year. They had Kevin Hart in there. They had just.
Yeah, and they just had, Kevin Hart for the longest. Spice Adams was representing at one point. You know what I mean?
I don't even think I saw that game, but I saw clips and that shit was hilarious. Spice Adams did. Shout out to Spice Adams.
Spice Adams.
He did his thing on that. That shit was hilarious.
He did that.
He did the little hop thing. And he threw it. I think he missed the whole
thing.
The whole thing.
With his short shorts and everything. You know what I mean? Yeah, beyond that.
That's about it, though.
Yeah, because this All-Star game, it wasn't really anything to write home about for what I've heard. And I say that because I was too busy hanging out with family or whatnot. We was. But
family weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, from the highlights I saw, I was like, okay. They did basically what I thought they was going to do. No defense, just shooting the shits.
LeBron lost his first one, though. Since they've been doing the picks on like
damn, yeah.
Giannis finally won one. Giannis finally won one.
Shout out to Giannis.
Shout out to Giannis. He said winner, chicken dinner at the end of it. You see that shit?
No, but I can picture him saying that.
Yeah, goofy ass man.
His goofy ass self. I want to be just like him, just goofy and living life. Yeah, that's love right there. But yeah, could we sit here and complain that they could do something else, to hyping up the game? We could. Is it going to amount to anything? I doubt it.
Probably not.
I doubt it. So why not just enjoy it for what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
It ain't like the old days, for sure.
It's just kind of just a break. It's a break in the season that they
Yeah.
can give, because that's tend to be the time they rest a lot of the superstars and shit.
Right.
Upcoming to the weekend and then a little bit after, and then they back into the grind of the season. But because it's playoff run now.
Yeah.
Because Curry wasn't even in it this year. Durant wasn't in it this year.
No.
names.
Not even people like was Devin Booker in it?
No.
So it speaks to that.
He's been injured though for
a minute.
Season, so
Yeah.
But even with Kevin Durant, but he still got like started. He
Yeah.
just couldn't play because he was
He
injured.
just couldn't play.
Yeah, that's crazy. Chris Paul wasn't.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe one of these days is go back to his glory days, as far as like All-Star game. I'm just looking forward to the playoffs. Celtics gang, where we at with it? That. Shout out to my man Kells.
Yeah, Kells. Yep. He Celtics fan.
Yeah.
And then Tatum went MVP. So
Yeah.
so
that's a good look.
Yep, we out there representing.
Representing out this bitch. Yeah. So. Yeah, that's it for sports. For what I see. Well, let's transition into something else. We're just been low key, kind of comical in some ways, one way or the other. Have you seen the latest from Boozy and T.I.?
Yeah, I caught the tail end of it. What you think?
Okay. Well, just to explain it first. So basically, what happened? There was the discussion on DJ Vlad with Boosie. Talking about what T.I. says about snitching on his dead cousin a long time ago on his own podcast. And Boosie said he shelved the album that him and T.I. was supposed to do because of, him snitching. Okay. Yeah. And then that went around. People caught wind of that. And then T.I. basically responding like, well, not verbatim, but this is him basically saying, damn, homie, you got my number. I thought we was tighter than that. You could have called me like a man, to get that information from me, whoop-de-whoop. So there's that back and forth. I think the biggest discussion for it as of right now is whose side would you be on in this situation? Because would you look at T.I. as a snitch? Me? I'm a civilian, so the street politics like that can't hit me as hard. But if I had to say something, for what T.I. relayed, he said his cousin definitely told him, if it come down to it and I'm gone, if you caught up on the charge and you snitch on me, what can I do at that point? I'll be good with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like,
because it's funny.
All rappers, I don't really care. I guess it depends. Back in the day, it's different. All these new ones and the modern day rappers, I feel like all of them are civilians. To be honest with you, because think about it. How can you be a rapper and doing that life at the same time without getting caught up really doing it? You know what I'm saying?
Unless you're a drill rapper.
A lot of these rappers are just saying it, not really. They're not about their life.
No.
And so I guess that equates them to be civilians. So if T.I. told him his cousin, and T.I. is technically a civilian, I mean, he has guns, illegal guns, but who said he used them?
Well, he would be looked at as a snitch. Well, some people's eyes, he would be looked at as a snitch, especially when he engaged in criminal activities, back in the past. To me, it's like, okay, my niggas, y'all are like 40-something, 40s for the most part.
Both of them, yeah.
I think Boosie's close to 40, but T.I. is close to 40. If not, he's over 40 at this point.
Yeah.
And y'all been out the game for a minute, and this snitching shit is still on your mind.
Y'all not gonna do an album because of this shit?
Yeah. Wow. I thought the point was get out of the game so you can, don't have to worry about street politics, street knowledge, and all that shit. But at the same time, Boosie, that's an interesting thing because he went on someone that's well known to be, pretty much like a Fed-like type channel.
His whole career.
DJ Vlad.
Oh, Vlad. Oh,
yeah.
He does do those interviews all the time.
Yeah, where he try to incriminate a whole lot of people, in my honest opinion. And for Boosie to say that is like,
Yeah, man, that's crazy. It can't be at this time.
Yeah, why would you worry about that at this point?
Man, way past that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure while y'all was making that album, that clip of T.I. saying that was already out.
Mm-hmm.
It's just funny, all of a sudden it's just brought back up, and then all of a sudden you just want to nick the shit,
Because it's public now.
Right.
Yep.
So, and then for what Boosie said, his OG called him and told him, "You're not doing that album," pretty much. Like, keep in mind, it's a 60-year-old. I'm like, can somebody tell this 60-year-old, chill the fuck out, just chill? Can somebody tell Boosie, like, okay.
How's one grown man gonna tell another grown man, technically, I don't care how old you are, what to do, and then you do it, like...
There's no disrespect to his OG, but at the same time, like, damn, man.
Bro, he's a grown-ass man. He do
Yeah,
for
you need to make the grown-ass decision for yourself.
He's like everybody else.
And he's saying to other people, I think it's pretty much with Boosie, everybody just getting his ear.
Mm-hmm.
And he just rolling.
They ain't worried about
whatever.
street cred. I'm
Right.
like, too old, man. I don't care about that shit.
Yeah.
You ain't put out an album in years, and this can be something that can boost both you and T.I. up.
Yeah, at this point.
Combine your fans, and you worry about the wrong shit, man. Because it's affecting your money. Once you start affecting your money, they just don't. You just move away from that.
And I get the code. I respect the code, even though I'm not the street nigga. So standing on them type of principles, I get it. But at the same time, yeah, it should have been one of them things where, if Boosie fell away, he should have just hollered at T.I. behind the scenes and like, yo, I ain't fucking with you because of this whoop-de-whoop. We would have never heard about
Behind closed doors, make that phone call. Yeah.
We would have never heard about
Typically, it gets to the public before.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh, now you can't make that call no more because everybody else know it before you can even call the man and talk about it.
So
hopefully it work itself out. We see some greatness out of that.
We'll see. We'll see. You think it would be like you'll look at it like a big publicity stunt that they happen to drop this album later?
Could be. You see what Drake, not Drake, well, yeah. Any beef that Drake has with anybody, it could be boosting, the name starts moving in algorithms more. You start seeing them in searches, and you start seeing them top trending, and then that automatically starts boosting up music sales. So it could be a marketing play. I wouldn't deny it.
Gucci Mane and
Jeezy, they've been beefing for forever, and then they did the verses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
just to get this money.
We might see him at a versus.
We might.
Boosie and T.I. That would be crazy.
But I remember one album that didn't have to do that, and it was released 5 years ago. February 16th to be exact. That recognition belongs to this man right here, Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace.
Marathon.
Of course. May you keep soaring in paradise.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, and 5 years already. And already it's been, announced as a classic. Well, it was an instant classic then. But when it was dropped.
Some bangers in that whole. That's one of them albums you could put on like a trip and just cruise on. Like, as you can see. That's probably how he made it, just thinking just like that, just cruising on some shit. So,
oh man,
yeah, I don't really hit the skip button on that album.
No,
so
and you have to skip anything on that album. To be quite honest, and every time I go back to listen to it, there's always a new, well, not new, but there's always a new favorite of mine. It jumps all over the place. Beginning it was Blue Laces 2, then it jumped to Double Up, Then they go to Sucker Proof. Then recently he's been Right Hand of God, as one of my favorites. Yeah, well, it's the top favorite in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It was a very I would say underrated album. I think they underrated it.
You think they did it at that
I didn't think it
time?
get the recognition that it's supposed to.
Yeah, because
It got
and
some.
that got
play.
some.
But it's kind of like them type of artists really don't. Just because they're not radio and on airplay, they don't get the same recognition. So did it go platinum? Did it go any of that?
It ended up going platinum
Okay.
sometime later.
Yeah, probably after death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His death definitely played a role in that, unfortunately. And
There's an update about
at
that.
least, at least in that year, I remember saying that, that's my favorite album of that year. That was 2018. It wasn't really anything else touching that for me that year, be quite honest with you. But yeah, it didn't get its full recognition until later on. Even though you got loyal fans that's been sticking with him since, mixtape days for sure.
Man,
but that album solidified him. Yeah. It wouldn't have to be a sad thing with it, that'd be his first and only, mainstream album that he had.
Studio album,
Yeah, studio album. Man.
He had plenty more left in his tank too, man. That's too early, too soon. So shout out to Nipsey and that masterpiece.
It was a masterpiece of a hip hop album. And even though his death came around the corner, it would have been in comparison to a Tupac thing at that time.
They were comparing that to,
Yeah. Because it's like a comparison between that, All Eyes on Me, just happened to be two classic albums that showcase their, not only their lyrical ability, but their West Coast sound.
Yep.
That's just unstoppable. And then it would have to been sometime later where you get killed.
Yeah.
Or they get killed over something stupid.
Usually in the height of their career.
Yeah. The only thing I wish we would have had something like from Nipsey is like a Machiavelli type album,
Right.
where he was working on something at that time, and then we get in the whole body of work. If we're using that in comparison of Tupac.
Right, yeah, I see it. Yeah. You think they may be in the works of doing something like that?
I've heard it was supposed to be something in the works.
Whoever owns his masters and shit like that. I'm trying to figure out who's that.
And by the way, he owned all the masters.
Well, yeah, that's right.
this
He
album.
owned all his shit. Yep.
Yeah, so.
It's up to his family to decide what they want to do with that.
Yeah. Either way, that's a good look.
He made sure of that. He had, Rick Ross and all them trying to
sign him.
Trying to get him.
At a certain point. Yeah.
He didn't look at that first little check and be like, nah, I can do this on my own.
Right.
I own all of this on my own. So
I want my own legacy to be this way. He's one of the rare individuals that was still having that mind state of, let's keep this thing going, with quality.
Yeah.
Rather than quantity.
Yep.
We can talk all about Nipsey Hussle all day, and we still do.
He gonna be.
It still affects some people, so.
Yeah, he gonna be in conversation for a long time.
For a long time. So may he continue to soar in paradise.
Do they have him in that Billboard list? Probably not.
For what I remember, no.
Yeah, I don't think I remember him in that Billboard.
Yeah, we're just one, they can kick rocks with that list.
Mac Miller either. I
didn't see Mac Miller on there either.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But
that goes to show.
What kind of
do they know about
they
hip-hop?
really listen to?
Yeah.
So don't let you kind of take face value.
Face value for sure. Well, it could be good news, for anybody by the time this recording. We just got the news earlier in the day. Speaking of Nipsey Hussle, Eric Holder, the suspect that killed Nipsey, has gotten 60 years to life.
60 to life.
Man, Some people would call that justice. I would call that something where it has to be continued.
Man.
I hate to say it like that because, you know, I'm up on the streets. I understand some street rules. Well, I got a feeling this won't be the last that we hear of him in the near future.
To my Eric Holder?
Yeah. If we can decipher it from that.
Got you. Oh yeah, that's it's not gonna be good. For my man up in there. They been waiting for him to come.
I think if he makes it that long, okay.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't got no feelings towards him.
Shit.
Same time, what are the odds that he'll make it, you know, especially, you know, especially after he killed an individual that was well known, not only, you know, in the hip hop world, but definitely in the street world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he was working towards, you know,
we've been
certain politics in the street world.
Yep. We've been trying to find, well, him plus his family and loved ones, they've been trying to find justice on this case for a long, long, long time. So now that this is now the result, I mean, I'm just saying, karma's crazy, but you know, I ain't gonna call. He's just now gonna serve a sentence. So we're just gonna say that that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, well, yeah. We're not gonna put anything out there, but at the same time, like, yeah, if you're a certain age, if you understand how things go in the streets, whether that's, you know, getting certain convictions or whatever. Yeah.
So what do you think about this? So say, you know, people saying maybe something would never happen. Well, so say, because nothing happened to Zimmerman? Yep. In his situation, so something happens to this guy, Eric Holder, they're going to be like, oh, well, he's black. That's probably why it happened.
Yeah, and that still will be the case, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's just that at the same time, shall I have that much remorse for a man like that? You know, or shall I have no feelings for him, you know?
Yeah.
In that situation? Yeah. It's kind of like how the situation with Tyree Nichols. Yeah, we know they're going to, I got a feeling that they're going to do more than enough to them cops since they're black cops.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
different type of justice.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't look at them as the same tribe as us.
Right.
Look at them as the same tribe as us.
Right. Just because they got the same skin color. Yeah,
right.
They not
right.
folk.
So Eric Holder doing this is like, okay, you just, you know, become another enemy and you added to the statistics of black on black crime.
Right.
So
he's not helping anything.
Not helping anything with our people moving forward. So
nope.
It's like, what can I say for that?
Right.
You know?
Justice is gonna be had, you know, it's either way.
Yeah.
Either way.
So
it's a decision you made, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
It is.
Think about how you wanna live your life going forward.
Hell yeah. And the resurgence of, you know, Nipsey Hussle's music, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be hitting an all-time high, you know, for the week and the weekend, you know, just in celebration of, you know, what they see as justice.
Yep. I'm gonna play that album all week.
Yeah. Well, I've been playing that album since last week, just to celebrate it. You know.
The life
of him.
Yep.
And I celebrate that. I celebrate things like Crenshaw, because that was my introduction as far as like a full body of work for Nipsey Hussle. Man, and that took me by surprise then.
Yep.
That was my favorite for that whole year that it dropped.
Yep.
But yeah, say that to say this. May Nipsey Hussle keep soaring in paradise. May his family be at ease. Be at some peace with this ruling.
Grinding all my life.
Yeah.
Sacrifice. Hustle pay the price.
Grinding on my life now. If we say that to say this, the marathon continues.
Marathon continues.
From there.
Yep. Victory laps.
Victory laps.
Plural.
Yes, sir.
More laps to come.
More laps to come. Even with him not here, for sure. Yeah, so that's that. Now, I guess that's pretty much ran through all the topics that we had. At least that stood out on the forefront. And is there anything for this upcoming weekend?
And then Lauryn Hill only had that one album.
Yeah, he's pointing to this album because that's the album that he chose.
Yeah, but I mean, he had his own one album. She only had she's not, she's still alive.
Right.
But she needs to make another album. Shout out to Lauryn Hill as well.
Yeah, shout out to
one of the best
Fugees.
albums in the world.
Yeah. What you been bombing as lately? Beyond these two.
Well, you know what? I've been getting into. You talking about lately, music wise?
Yeah.
Man, I've been getting into a little bit of that. You heard this artist called Young Blue?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Man, I've been into a little bit of Young Blue. I just been like all over the place recently. I'm just trying to find new artists, new different sounds, Afrobeat, a little different, a little bit like that. That's what I've been up bumping the last couple of weeks. On top of the Nipsey. So.
Yeah.
How about you, man?
I've just been more so digging into the crates, for that matter.
That's all I do, digging.
Yeah, listening to old sounds. I've been getting into my 90s bag with, hip hop like Black Moon, you know what I mean? Lost Boys, groups like that. And then, been more so listening to old school R&B, getting in that bag as well. To some Isaac Hayes here and there, Funkadelic was funk, of course, but that's still soul to me. And man,
shit.
like Curtis Mayfield and things of that nature.
Nowadays, you have to go old school to listen to R&B because it's not really nothing new like that.
At least not as of yet.
And that's why I got Young Blue. Young Blue is, I guess, considered R&B.
Right.
But there's not much out there like Isaac Hayes and them like that.
Right. Well, at least in the R&B world, it hasn't really caught my eyes like that. Other than Chris Brown, for sure.
Yeah, Chris Brown.
Yeah, I need Chris Brown to drop another 50-track album, so, I can let that shit ride the whole summer, y'all.
Nobody asked for these records. Like, he just has so much music backed up. It's just crazy. Yeah. How he records. He can make an album. That's how Lil Wayne record too, man. He said in an interview, he goes in albums and he makes like 60, 70 songs by the time he leaves.
Damn.
Goes in the studio, come out with 70 tracks.
And you see the latest thing from Lil Uzi Vert? They say when he go in the studio, he doubles that.
Really?
Yeah. They get triples that. I forgot the number. Of course, niggas like to throw out numbers at a certain point. It was I don't know who was speaking for him. I forgot, but it was like in the news today. I was like, damn.
It's about over 100 tracks?
Over 100, at least.
Man, in that world, you got to spit out music, good music. So out of those 100 tracks, they probably use a handful of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the ones on their back burner, they do like Chris Brown and throw 50-track albums out.
Right.
He said, here, take the throwaways.
Well, I fucks with,
mixtape. They used to do
mixtape style. Yeah. So, but beyond that, ain't nothing else coming out as of yet.
Yeah,
I know I saw recently in the news where Nas is working on a King's Disease 4 and already tapped 50 Cent for the album. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised or like worried that there's gonna be some good shit coming out. Especially in the summer. Summertime.
Summer's gonna
they're gonna drop some heat rock. So
drop some Roddy Waves. I don't know. Shit. Who else?
Yeah.
Who else is young cats? Go with.
Oh, you talking about probably Lil Baby, NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah.
Not the Baby no more. They canceled him.
Yeah.
All that.
Ain't that a bitch?
Little TJ from New York. He actually straight. He's the drill with Pop Smoke.
Oh, okay.
He used to.
Yeah, I haven't listened to Lil TJ like that.
Yeah, they straight.
Yeah. I haven't been keeping up with the younger generation.
I sometimes
not for any
tap
reason
into
in particular.
It. Yeah, there's some tracks I tap into. It's just a little different, but I like it. If it's good and it hit my ear good, I fuck with it. basically.
True.
That's
True.
all,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing else going on.
Yeah, man. I think next week is season finale next week, right?
We just announced it
Oh, when?
just now.
Just now. He tried to shush me. Nope. Hey, we out here.
We out here.
Hit it with
So
the
next week's gonna be
15.
our season finale.
Stay tuned.
I mean, we ain't gonna be gone for like what, a couple of weeks at least.
All right,
Come back fresh.
season 1. So we gotta drop season 1.
Yeah.
Come back with some different things and maybe some guests. We'll see what we do.
We'll see. We'll see what we do. Only time will tell.
But you gotta stay tuned and find out.
Stay tuned. Beyond that, we're gonna get into more of that next week. But beyond that, I believe that does it. So, shit. What's your mic drop?
Well, shit. An inspiration of Nipsey Hussle. I'm just gonna say this: don't be scared, or don't be worried of a little bit of hard work. You know what I'm saying? Don't. Nipsey ain't worried about that first check. He said, "Bro, I'm gonna own my own masters." So don't worry about the little bit of hard work. You'll pay off at the end. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Let's go.
You already know.
Yep. That's mine. Take the time.
You know what? I'm trying to think of it. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the good one. Never let the hard time humble us. Nipsey Hussle.
Yep.
Peace to the God on that.
Mic drop.
Mic drop. On that note,
Blackout.
blackout.